let's see. Let's check my list. Okay, mesh combines. Oh, we didn't talk about sub-D mirroring. I'll show you that too. We'll do that later. Tracing, okay. Here we go. Class, here's what we're going to do. Here's my, this pen's going, need a better pen. Oof. Actually, I might need that color too. All right. Class, take a break from your work. You guys are working really hard. I like it. So here's my nose. Here's my brow pieces. I've now connected them, or I'm close to connecting them. I'm aware of where people are. Oh my God, that was horrible. Don't ignore that part. Okay? What I'm going to do is on my front view, I'm going to select this edge right here. One edge. Similarly to how we started the nose. Similar process. And I am going to extrude one edge while tracing the top of my head. And guess what you guys get to do? You guys get to play the imagination game. Why? Why do you have to play the imagination game, Reagan? What's going to be really hard about extruding the top of our skull? What?
Oh, you have hair in the way.
Your hair. Right? Your hair is going to get in your way. So,
guess how much of it is below the hairline.
Right? You get a guess. Most of the time, it's pretty spherical, except it gets a little more bulbous back here. And this is where taking a figure drawing class comes in handy. This is where studying human anatomy comes in handy. Really kind of understanding the shapes of heads. But for the most part, it's round. Arcs. Hey, principles of animation. It's going to come down even, and then it's going to go down. Now, I'm not requiring you to make the neck. Some of you will get disturbed by it not having a neck, but I'm not requiring a neck. You're only going to go to the jaw. Okay? So jaw, so you don't need this part if you don't want to. Okay? Once you do this set of extrusions, there is no good way. You're going to use the side view and the top view, and you're going to make another set of extrusions going like, oops, this is horrible. Going from the top view and sculpting the side. So I made this set of extrusions here, for my nose, and then I branch out the side. So I'm making, if I should take two, in my class, I have tape. There's tape. I get really silly. I have blue tape on my nose. I make the Star Wars line. You know what I mean? Is there tape here? Ben, is there tape in this lab? Should have brought tape. Damn it.
Maybe in the back area.
Damn it. Ooh, is there tape back there? It's okay. So basically, if you could just imagine my second move, ooh, I can just do strings. There you go. Right? So this one is going to go, I'm going to extrude to about right here. And then either from my cheek, or I actually like to go from the back and try to find a connection. You want to go right above the ear like that. So you're going to make two sets of, God, whoever's watching this on the video playback is going to wonder what the hell I'm doing. Right? So that's what you're going to make. Then you fill holes and connect. Similar to what we just did there. It's a lot easier because you have here.
Wait, so we're basically building like a cap, the skeleton of a baseball cap, right?
Pretty much, yeah. What I do when I have tape is I make my nose like that, and they go, my friends don't like you. I don't like you. You just watch it. You'll be dead. Do you guys know that?
No.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I know Star Wars has kind of gotten off the rails a little bit lately, but I still like it.
Hey, I'm watching Bad Batch.
Right? I've been waiting on Bad Batch. So we're gonna make like do you know what it is? It's Professor X. We're making the Professor X What's the dome he goes into? Cerebro. Cerebro. We're making Cerebro. That's what we're doing. How could I have not thought Cerebro and went straight to Star Wars? Okay. I've been recording. Good. All right. So I'm debating if I want to do 2 faces. Everything's looking good there. So I'm going to grab these 2 edges. And I'm going to be using my side view. I'm going to grab 1 edge, 2 edge. And I'm going to say, just watch. Don't follow along because I'll speed run it. Look at me with my nicely shaven head. It's because I knew. So I'm going to pull these out, down. All right, global. Get out of there. And about, how far do you extrude each time? About that far. That's probably a little too much hair. Something like that. Extrude again. I like to keep mine as low poly as possible and then always add edge loops later if I need to. So
you keep going until you go to the base of the neck and then you do.
About not the base of the neck. I'm going to say right here to the top
of the
of
ear.
Yeah, anticipate where the top of your ear is going to be. Because it gets a little wacky after that. So just keep going. I'm trying to get to the next part. So I'm going fast. Okay. Something like that. One more. One more. Okay. If you want to go to the back of the neck, you can. I have this thing. That thing started to happen. I gotta fix it. I feel like this is a sign of age. You get that little back neck hump. Something like that. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to follow my hairline. Luckily, I have a nice, cool hairline, right? Okay, what do I do next? I'm going to do this edge or this edge. I'll do that edge. It's smaller, and I think like that's a partner right there. I could also start, instead of from here, I could also start from here. I'm going to ignore my ear for a moment. Try as I may, try as I might. I'm going to ignore this ear. And actually, I feel like I extruded one too many edges on faces on that. I'm going to delete that ring
What
of.
if you connect the ear to that bottom corner, and then the ear to that corner of where you just did the head, back of the head, and then you just do fill hole.
You could like bridge it here somewhere and then bridge it there. The problem with my ear, maybe your ear is less, is I have a lot of vertices, right? I have a lot of edges here, and I have a lot less here. So I'm going to have some fun trying to merge all these and get rid of the triangles, right? That's going to be the work I put in after break. So what I do is I ignore it and then fill the holes and then connect it in a second. I deal with that problem later. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go this way. Did I say that one? Yeah, that one. All right, so I look for my top view. I don't have a top view of my picture. You could take a picture of the top of your head and try to trace it. I know that most heads are rather oval. They're shaped like an egg. They're spherical. So I know it's going to be round like that. Right? So I'm just going to use my instincts, what I know, and I'm going to use this for kind of measuring out how many faces I need here. Right? So I'm going to try to get there in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extrusions. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. Yeah. I'm going to show you the other guy's way in a second. So I'm going to hit extrude. I'm going to do a save as real quick, because I want to show you the other guy's way too. Doop. I'm going to hit 1. A little bit less. 2. Get that in a little bit. 3. All right, now I'm going to start curving that. 4. 5. Ooh. 6. Something like that. Yeah. And now I target weld that. Boom, boom. Mesh tools, target weld. Boom, boom. All right. That's looking pretty good. 2 ways to do this part. If I want to be a little measured, I can extrude and target weld. This is a pretty big hole to fill up. It will. Fill hole. And then I can multi-cut. Right? Mesh tools, multi-cut. Remember when you're doing multi-cut? Branch it into quads like that. When you're traversing a large end gun like this. Is everyone watching what I'm doing? The idea. Oop.
You're basically building it row by row.
Not row by row, quad by quad. So get in the habit of going, instead of going here, 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 right? Try to, boom, quad, right? And then corner, that's the new corner here, quad, right? And the reason why you do it this way is you start to see when you need a diamond, right? But I'm going to here, it's looking pretty good, and then here. Might need to pull out those verts, right? Because it made a... So the problem with this fill hole method right here is I got to pull these out, right? These are going pretty flat. You could, several other ways to do this. I could do one more ring, and that's going to really help my filling holes, is I can go right down the middle, right where the ear is, and make a third piece of tape going... I love these cords. Going this way. That will help shape out my fill holes. And that's a little bit of a safer route. So I can grab these, excuse me, one, let's do one. I'm going to extrude here. I'm going to lift this up. It looks like it's going out a little bit. Oh, get out of the way.
You can move that box with the mouse.
I know. When I move my window, it pops up and it's like, surprise. Extrude again. Always helps the sound effects. Extrude again. Ooh. How's that looking? Ooh. Did I overestimated the size of my hair. I'm going to pull that down. I'm going to grab these faces. B. Yes. B soft select. No. Pull that down. I got to flatten out my head a little bit. Edge. Oop. Held B again. Do I want to extrude one more time or do I want to connect? What do you guys think? Connect. Mesh tools, target weld. Boom, boom. The more you have in place like this, the more shapely the fill holes will be, right? So you could kind of just keep ace bandaging yourself. Like I can mirror this one. Command E. This is like the mummy wrap method, if we can call it that, if you will. That's 1, 2, 3. And then Command E again. Okay. So I like this way because it really helps me keep track of my geometry. And it really kind of helps me So, and then this 2 edges here, 1, 2. There's tools, target weld. So I'm slowly just filling in these holes. And now when I hit fill hole, it's less of a flat piece, and when I multi-cut, it won't be as concave. All right, I see you. I'm gonna hit save and save as one more time. 3. Let me go back to, let me go back to, yes. Sarah.
Just a quick question.
Uh-huh.
For those of us with hair, are we just gonna ignore it? Just kind of
We're turning in a bald, shaved head version of yourself.
Cool.
However, we have an effects unit in this class. Guess what one of the effects is? Hair. We might, because we had the late start, we might not get to it. One thing I've done when I do this is, if I'm getting really disturbed at myself, I make a hair mint, and I'll show you how to make that later. I also make sunglasses. So if you want to show off your work, but you don't want to put in the effort to make hair or make realistic eyes, so I call it a hair mint and sunglasses and even dentures for your teeth. Before I shut up, do you want to see how the other guy does it?
Sure.
Speed run. So this way it makes a nice shapely head. It's great. Makes a nice shapely head. But the geometry, you have to really track your geometry really well. So here's how he does it. He goes like this. He makes a create polygon primitive, just watch, sphere. And I know some of you are like, but we learned not to do that. Right? Is someone screaming right now? We were told we had to do a cube. Yes or no? Is Paul like that now? Or is Paul? Yeah. It's hard when you know all of his curriculum, but you're not sure if he's still doing this, right? And so you kind of trace your head as a sphere like this. There are too many. Do I have a subdivision? Let's see. If I go to my channel box, and he does this super fast on the video, like super fast. 20 is way too many. So these are my divisions here. So I'm going to compare this one to this one, right? And let's try 12. So I'm going to go back to the subdivision here. I'm going to type in, I can slide it. Ooh, look at that. I can get it to where I think it's looking right. And then also to compare 1, 2, 3, 4. So go back to this thing, polysphere inputs, subdivision height. Too many. Ooh, that's hypnotic. No, too little, too many. Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5. What do we got here? One more. We add 12. 12. 12. Okay? Something like that. And then you delete for sure. You delete these faces. Come on. Oh. You delete those faces. Oh, I deleted the wrong set. I don't like this center. Let me do it from the side view. So sorry, everybody. So for the side view, so there's no confusion. Delete. Huzzah. And then you delete probably, let's get off my X-ray. X-ray, where are you? There, boop. And then I need to delete probably up to here. Let me do that again. Oh my goodness. Let's go back. Last time. Bro. There you go. Yes, I said bro to my machine. I got back here. Bam. Delete. Right? Something like that. And what he then does, he does two things. He sculpts it a little bit more with soft select. And just to kind of remind you, if you hold down, we're going to do this when we get back from break, the soft select on our face. And so he'll grab like vertices over here, maybe a few more. And then he uses his top view and he pulls those over and back and kind of sculpts this a little bit to make it look more head-like. Goes on and on and on. And he then connects this. He does the same thing. Selects those two, mesh combine, right? And then he figures out how to, oh, I need to delete this half of my faces. Forgot that part. Turn off soft select. Good. And then he deletes, maybe I need to delete this row. Come on. Why aren't you playing? Play nice. Do it one more time. There you go. And then he connects these up. And then he target welds, sculpts a little, pulls these down. Oh yeah, I gotta pull these way down. So sorry. Now my on soft select. I want to do surface. There we go. That way it's not the ear. So everyone please look up here. I was just talking about this with Riley. If I have my soft select options by double clicking my arrow, volume won't care that these are actually, like, as the crow flies, these are very close. But if this was a map and I'm a person traversing this, I can't make that cliff. I have to go all the way around. So surface lets me select, and my ears aren't selected. So now I can really manipulate and uncoil these guys. So that's a surface. Let me grow that out. Grow that out again. I'm going to scale that a little bit even. Pull that down. There we go. And then he connects these all up. So that's the short version of what he does. Do you guys know shift alligator? No? All right. That's a good trick to have to. Especially when you start, I'll say shift. Let's make a list. Stuff we're going to need when we get back. Shift alligator. Up arrow, let's do up arrow, side arrow picks. Shift alligator. I'll remind you about soft selects. And yeah, there's going to be more. Symmetry selection, did you guys know that one? There's no hotkey for symmetry selection, is there?
No, thanks. Not that I know.
Huh?
Not that I know.
Yeah, there's one in Blender. It's really annoying. It's like one of the most obvious, and there's one in Mudbox. I don't know why they don't translate that. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to stop my recording, and we're officially going to be on break. You guys and then when we come back, I'll give you some reminders, and we're going to really patch this guy up. I'll talk about connecting the ear. I'll talk about cleanup tools. I will talk about the subdivision mirroring. Someone saw that on the video, on the other guy's video, and wanted to know how to do it. It's very easy. I don't like doing it, but I can show you how to do that. And then we're going to have a break, and then we're going to talk about posting a web. All right. Sound good? All right. Boom. Break time.